The Twelfth Night is a comedy written by William Shakespeare around 1601, soon after the bard completed Hamlet. The play portrays a love triangle centering on Viola, who falls in love with the handsome Duke Orsino while disguised as a man. Orsino, meanwhile, is in love with the beautiful Countess Olivia, who in turn falls in love with the disguised Viola. In fact, Viola will remain disguised as a man named Cesario for almost the entire play. The play opens on Count Orsino, ruler of Illyria, who pines for Countess Olivia, with whom he is hopelessly in love. Orsino is disappointed when his servant Valentine returns from Olivia's home with a message from the Countess that she will neither see Orsino nor entertain his marriage proposals, as she is still mourning her dead brother. Meanwhile, Viola, a young aristocratic woman, lands in Illyria after a terrible shipwreck in which she was separated from her twin brother Sebastian. The captain of the ship, who happens to be from Illyria, tells Viola of Duke Orsino and of his love for Countess Olivia. Convinced of Orsino's good character, Viola decides to disguise herself as a man so that she can work for Count Orsino. Viola, disguised as a servant named Cesario, becomes remarkably close to Orsino, who tells her of his love for Olivia and asks her to plead his case with the Countess. Viola agrees, but admits to the audience in an aside that she is falling in love with Orsino and would rather be his wife than help him find one. Still disguised as Cesario, Viola arrives at Olivia's house and is immediately questioned by Malvolio, Olivia's humorless steward. Introduced to Olivia as Cesario, Viola is surprised to hear the Countess declare her disinterest in Orsino. Instead, Olivia seems beguiled by Cesario. After Viola has left, Olivia instructs Malvolio to follow her with a ring and an invitation to return tomorrow. Later, Malvolio returns to Olivia's home to find Sir Toby, Olivia's drunken uncle, drinking with Sir Andrew, a foolish man that Toby has identified as a potential suitor for Olivia. Maria, Olivia's maid, and Festi, her fool, are also partaking. Malvolio scolds the foursome for being noisy, who retaliate by concocting a plan to embarrass Malvolio by writing him love letters signed by Olivia. Malvolio delivers the ring to Viola, who realizes Olivia's misguided affection for her. Conflicted, Viola returns to Orsino, who presses her for Olivia's reply. Viola attempts to comfort Orsino that, while Olivia may not love him, it is possible that someone else does. However, Orsino fails to understand Viola's meaning and orders her to try again with Olivia. Again, Viola obeys. This time, Olivia openly confesses her love for Cesario, begging to know if he feels the same way. Viola refuses her, warning Olivia, "I am not what I am." Meanwhile, Sir Andrew, Olivia's suitor, learns of Olivia's affection for Cesario and challenges him to a duel. At the same time, Malvolio embarks on a series of misguided attempts to beguile Olivia, who deems him insane. The duel arrives, with the disguised Viola and the drunken Sir Andrew both reluctant to engage. Luckily, Antonio, a sea captain wanted by Orsino, stumbles upon the duel and is arrested, distracting both parties from fighting. But when Antonio mistakes Viola for Sebastian, claiming to have rescued him from a shipwreck, Viola realizes that her brother might be alive after all. Similarly, Festi encounters Sebastian and mistakes him for Cesario. Sir Andrew joins them and stops short of engaging the confused Sebastian in a duel. Just in time, Olivia orders them to stop, attempting to persuade Sebastian, whom she mistakes for Cesario, of her love. Struck by Olivia's beauty, Sebastian decides to go along with it, eloping with Olivia. Finally, in a long ensemble scene, Viola and Orsino encounter Olivia, who confesses her affection for Cesario. Shocked, Orsino accuses Viola of betraying him, admitting for the first time that he cares deeply for the person he believes to be Cesario. Viola, still disguised as Cesario, declares her love for Orsino in return. Predictably, this outrages Olivia, who divulges that she eloped with Cesario the night before. Just then, Sebastian enters, acknowledging Olivia as his wife and recognizing Viola, who is overjoyed to see her brother alive. Removing her disguise, Viola reveals her true identity, and Orsino promises to marry her. The play ends with Malvolio running off, driven mad by the antics of Sir Toby and Olivia's maid, Maria. Feste performs a song to remind the group that even love is not safe from life's storms.